One, two, is this on?
With the amount of angles and skills that take place in wrestling, there's always a need for extra talent. These will usually consist of independent wrestlers or people signed to developmental, so it could be a chance to get a glimpse of future stars before their big break, since the roles they'll usually portray range from jobbers to security guards. You might even see real life fans and family members appear on television. Today we'll highlight a host of examples as we look at wrestlers who appeared on WWE TV before they were stars. Given the nature of wrestling, security guards and police are always required. Regardless if the segment involves them getting physical or not, wrestlers will usually fulfill the role, like when future TNA World Champions Mr. Kennedy and Bobby Roode appeared on the last SmackDown before WrestleMania 17 to stop The Undertaker getting to Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. A decade before they were teamed as part of the League of Nations stable, Wade Barrett and Sheamus got bumped around the ring by Triple H and Shawn Michaels during a Raw from the UK in November 2006.
They don't like what's going on out here, and they come to restore order. And this security guard
EC3, Cesaro, and Darren Young also featured in a segment with Hunter and Shawn in 2006.
Ah, it's the heat! Jeez, it's the cops. Is that a gun in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
Keith Lee, who won multiple titles in Triple H's NXT, took a beating from the game on the go-home Raw for WrestleMania 25. Prior to debuting in NXT and later the main roster, we'd seen multiple talents such as future champions Bron Breakker and Trick Williams play security guards on NXT TV.
So tell me something, Joe. Who provoked who?
Before he was defending the All Elite Wrestling World Championship against Samoa Joe, MJF appeared with the NXT champion Joe in a backstage segment at TakeOver Brooklyn 2 in 2016. One of NXT's greats, Johnny Gargano, once protected Michael Cole against Daniel Bryan on the old version of NXT back in 2010.
Maybe you should take a step back and stop making excuses and stop blaming The Miz.
Daniel Bryan has also worked as security detail in the past. He did so on SmackDown in 2003, where the American Dragon tried to stop his former training partner Brian Kendrick from streaking.
It'll be in my mind for a long, long time. Yeah, this will...
Bryan would go on to compete in WWE as well as AEW, where he feuded with Ricky Starks. Starks had previously been seen attempting to arrest Roman Reigns on Raw in 2018. Stark's AEW colleague Scorpio Sky was seen along with future WWE megastar LA Knight, separating CM Punk from Kevin Nash on Raw in August 2011.
Wait a minute.
And lastly, we'll highlight when eventual WWE World Heavyweight Champion Damian Priest posed as one of Stephanie McMahon's security at Money in the Bank 2014.
Escort this person out of my building.
Aside from law enforcement, local wrestlers or developmental talent can be seen portraying numerous other occupations. Multiple-time WWE champion AJ Styles acted as an EMT in WCW back in 2000. Future AEW stars Adam Page and Cash Wheeler also donned EMT uniforms while helping Mark Henry on SmackDown in 2013.
That's what I do!
Before she was ever a manager for the Viking Raiders, Sarah Logan had various different jobs on WWE TV.
This little pill will set you straight.
Including a makeup artist for The Miz, and concessions manager where she bossed around Corporate Kane in 2014.
Today we're not going to be burning things. That's why you're being kept away from the deep fryer.
Hall of Famer Lita was one of The Godfather's hoes a year before she debuted as a wrestler in the WWF.
Fun-loving guys in the WWF, that is until you confront him, and then it's not a very...
Two-time women's champion Victoria also first appeared in the World Wrestling Federation as a hoe. The leader of Legado del Fantasma, Santos Escobar, was one of John Laurinaitis' legal team on Raw from Mexico City in October 2011. A barely recognizable Tommaso Ciampa famously appeared on SmackDown in July 2005 during a segment with The Undertaker where Ciampa portrayed Muhammad Hassan's attorney.
I am an attorney. He's an attorney!
Current NXT wrestler Shawn Spears, being referred to as Stan, was a production assistant at Cyber Sunday 2006, where he interacted with Shawn Michaels.
What's your name?
Stan.
Stan. Oh, see? I just kicked Stan!
Best known now for her run in WWE as Chelsea Green, previously Chelsea appeared once on Raw as Daniel Bryan's physical therapist, where she was called Megan.
I've been having an affair with Daniel Bryan.
Stephanie McMahon even popped up on WWF programming before she was famous, as she was seen walking backstage answering a question from Stone Cold in 1998.
Hey, you should never take it to work?
Oh, no, I had it.
Well, you should let me know. Damn right.
Fans that interact with wrestlers as part of a storyline will be planned ahead of time, like when LA Knight was seen in the crowd at SummerSlam 2011, reacting to Mark Henry and Sheamus going through the barricade.
Look at this! Oh my God! Wow!
And of course, you'll always see real-life fans enjoying the show. But little did we know that these particular members of the audience would later become part of the show themselves. Future Hall of Famer Edge is visible in the crowd at WrestleMania 6 at the Sky Dome in his hometown of Toronto.
Umpteen rows back at WrestleMania 6. Now he's,
Shortly before she was signed, Liv Morgan can be seen near the front row at Extreme Rules 2014.
That backfired. He paid for it. Rob Van Dam. He paid for it. Rob Van Dam.
Then after reporting to Developmental, Liv did a run-in posing as a crazed fan of Tyler Breeze at NXT TakeOver Rival.
Hey, what security is this? Whoa, whoa, whoa.
A young Johnny Gargano looked concerned on an episode of Raw from March 1998, where the Big Red Machine Kane went on a rampage. Long before he was a whole effing show, in 1987, Rob Van Dam kissed the feet of the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase to earn $100.
I heard he kissed his foot before he was done with his sentence. I was so excited to be there.
Prior to her becoming women's champion, an emotional AJ Lee hugged her idol Lita at an autograph signing in 2001. 12 years before John Cena would destroy Maurice during a promo on SmackDown, she can be seen cheering Cena on during an episode of Raw from Montreal in 2005. On a Raw from Boston in 2010, the boss, Sasha Banks, appeared on camera waving to the people watching at home.
That all 6 men in the six-pack challenge for the WWE Championship at Night of Champions, that all 6 men in the six-pack challenge for the WWE Championship at Night of Champions.
Sasha's best friend and future tag team partner Bayley sat front row on Raw from San Jose, California in 2004.
Eugene wins! Eugene wins!
3 years before she starred on Total Divas, Eva Marie can be spotted in the audience on the Raw after SummerSlam 2010.
Tonight, plenty of fallout from SummerSlam.
Ring announcer Justin Roberts got some camera time on the 6th episode of WCW Monday Nitro in 1995.
And that Mr. JL, that's all we know about him.
The camera panned to a clean-shaven Kevin Owens applauding his future rival Paul Heyman at ECW One Night Stand 2005. Wrestling can be at its best when it mirrors the human experience. It's why we see the real-life family members of talent being featured on TV so frequently, some of whom would actually end up becoming wrestlers down the line, like Rey Mysterio's son Dominic, who was featured on WWE TV countless times before he became a wrestler.
Emotions, a night of homecoming. What the hell?
Is it true, Dad? Is it really true?
Come on, Ray! Yeah! Yes!
But one more thing, sweet little Princess Aaliyah.
No, you don't.
No, don't do this! Lesnar just put his hands on Rey Mysterio's son.
The American Nightmare Cody Rhodes appeared at WCW Slamboree 1995 as part of his father Dusty's Hall of Fame induction. Before her much decorated wrestling career began, Charlotte was seen multiple times on both WCW and WWE, supporting her dad Ric Flair.
She accompanied her father, Ric Flair, to the ring on a 1999 edition of Nitro.
The brand new president of World Championship Wrestling. He is the 13th time.
A young Tyson Kidd and Natalya were in attendance for WWF Canadian Stampede 1997, and both can be seen during the main event's post-match celebrations with the rest of the Hart family.
This is a family affair and they are home. This is a family affair and they are home. This is a very special moment in our business.
Teenage Natalya and Tyson Kidd join in the post-match festivities.
The People's Champion The Rock was once one of the people in the stands, as Rock was on hand to cheer on his father, Rocky Johnson, during a tag team title defense in 1984.
Rocky Johnson, without a doubt, one of the long-time favorites in the World Wrestling Federation.
And it would all come full circle as future NXT talent Simone Johnson was at WrestleMania 29 to see her dad Dwayne perform. Meanwhile, if we go back to Survivor Series 2000, The Rock was being spurred on during his match by his mother as well as his cousin and future WWE star Tamina in the front row. The Great One battled Rikishi that night, the father of the longest reigning WWE Tag Team Champions, the Usos. Jimmy and Jay were part of their dad's WWE Confidential episode from 2002. Jobbers are the most commonly used extras as they act as enhancement talents to the stars. This means even some of the biggest name wrestlers were job guys at one point. Meanwhile, those that were consistently great at putting others over may earn full-time contracts. Most times these wrestlers would crop up on the C shows like Heat or Velocity.
I'm a little concerned about the way MVP is he is a Liechtenstein champion. And in the ring, weighing in at 220 pounds.
Never officially billed as Mr. Kennedy, the former United States champion competed on WWE programs.
What's your name? Roderick Strong from right here in Tampa, Florida, baby.
WWE before, even teaming with Rude, continue appearing on WWE TV for several years, and while he changed hair colors.
Notable examples are OVW talent at the time, Randy Orton in 2001.
I'll tell you what, the genes, the bloodline that Randy Orton comes from, you might recognize that last name.
Edge in 1996.
Damon Stryker, he goes below. Oh, wait a minute, he hangs on. Attempted a crucifix. No. Man.
Rob Van Dam in 1993.
Sends him in, he tumbles out of the way. Oh, big super kick.
Independent stars like CM Punk in 2005.
I mean, these two couldn't be more suited for each other. Why? Because they're both clowns? Stretching out his hands, shaking hands, and now Val trying to... Wait a minute!
AJ Styles in 2002.
But AJ going to the high rent district, if you will. Oh my goodness, shooting star press!
Samoa Joe in 2001.
Oh, nice move by Samoa Joe out of nowhere.
A quite differently looking Jon Moxley who once teamed up with LA Knight against Big Show in 2005.
I noticed the handicap match, but it's hard to tell who's got the handicap. As finally...
And the American Dragon Bryan Danielson in 2003.
Nice roll through there by Danielson, the American Dragon, trained by Shawn Michaels from Aberdeen, Washington. Bryan Danielson, we've seen him on SmackDown before. Working the arm of John Cena.
Up at Danielson able to duck, get out of the way, and a big shot to the kisser of Rico. And this kid has a lot of moxie.
He started things off here with Bryan Danielson. Both of these guys trained by Shawn Michaels. Spanky and Danielson know each other very, very well.
Enhancement talent were also used on the main shows when required. Key examples include a much lighter Mick Foley,
He's trying to get up the hard way.
a short-haired Matt Hardy in 1993,
No doubt.
and Sean Waltman, including the week before he became 1-2-3 Kid in 1993.
Actually, I think he called himself the Cannonball Kid this week.
Kamikaze Kid last week.
As we've seen, wrestlers have to be quite versatile, since they could be asked to play and physically act in a number of different roles depending on the situation. When watching today, you never know which extra talent could be a future star. While if you're viewing old shows, it's always fun to see the extras that become featured wrestlers in the years that followed. Just look at the amount of talent that were at one point part of Adam Rose's entourage known as the Rosebuds.
Well, it felt absolutely fantastic. That's exactly where Adam Rose belongs. Full of tricks.
I don't think I could do that, but if I tried, maybe if I trained, I could probably do that.
longest hair in the WWE, let me just say.
Well, Slater seems to be enjoying the view of all the rules.
AEW's EVPs The Young Bucks cosplayed as Shawn Michaels and Triple H during a segment with The Miz and John Morrison in the fall of 2008.
Actually, it's more of a question.
Fellow AEW star Adam Cole can be seen on a SmackDown from July 2010, having a drink with Serena Deeb before CM Punk and the rest of the Straight Edge Society crashed the party. CM Punk's first match at WrestleMania saw him compete in the Money in the Bank in 2007, but this wasn't actually the first Mania he appeared on, as a year prior the Chicago native was in his hometown for WrestleMania 22 as an extra for future rival John Cena's entrance. Future opponents crossed paths again, this time at the 2006 Royal Rumble, where Dean Ambrose acted as one of The Undertaker's druids.
Wait a minute.
The same goes for Charlie Haas, who stood across from the APA while playing a bar patron on SmackDown in the summer of 2000.
They told us to leave you a message. That's right.
In 2000, Randy Orton was also seen playing the role of a customer at a bar where Farouk and Bradshaw were once again involved.
Acolytes.
Hey, man, where are they?
I told you they'll be here. I gave them directions. They'll be here.
DDP's first major appearance in wrestling actually occurred in WWF as opposed to WCW, taking place at WrestleMania 6 where he drove a car containing rhythm and blues.
And I get to go out and do this moment. Like, I'm thinking this is all I'll ever have.
A few years before they would compete at the Show of Shows, developmental talent Alexa Bliss, Charlotte, and Sasha Banks appeared at WrestleMania to help out with Triple H's entrance in 2014. Now if you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out a similar video of 18 minutes of WWE moments fans never thought would happen. Hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time.